I always thought Super Mario Sunshine was one of those games I would fall in love with instantly. Take one of those water fun parks, except you get to bring your own water jetpack along with the ride. And it's Mario. Literally what I always wanted to try. Along with that, the graphics looked amazing, even today, and everything about the game just seemed so amazing. I really wanted to try it, but unfortunately, it was never available on the consoles I had. But that's until one day it was. And when I played it, it did not live up to the hope I imagined. So today, I'm going to talk about my experience with Mario Sunshine and why I do not like it at all. I love anything that's tropical and water related, especially in a video game. Everything about it is so relaxing. I used to play the heck out of Wii Sports Resort as a kid. I love that game. Nintendo really pulled that off so perfectly. Everything about it. It wasn't just the game. It was the island, the aesthetic, and the whole vibe it had to it. I love that so much. I would spend hours flying the plane around, exploring the island. It was so fun. So the first time I heard about Super Mario Sunshine, I was instantly hooked. It was like a dream come true when I first heard about it. But unfortunately, it was locked behind GameCube, and that was the only way you could officially play it. And at the time, I only had a Wii, 3DS, and a Wii U. Now before some of you in the comments say, oh, you can just play it on the Wii, can't you? Well, yes I could, but I never really understood and got the concept of that GameCube games worked on the Wii, and I never had a memory card or a controller, so that was out of the question. I remember checking the Wii U every single week on the eShop to see if they would ever release Super Mario Sunshine. Unfortunately, they never did. But that changed. The Mario 35th anniversary. I remember watching this live back in primary school, and oh my god, it was one of the best live videos I have ever watched in my entire life. I was so hyped about this. And then they dropped a massive bombshell. 3D All-Stars. Super Mario 64, one of my favorite games ever, and now I can play it on the Switch? What? This is incredible. Super Mario Sunshine, the one I had always wanted to try out, the one that seemed perfection to me. I can finally play it, and on my favorite handheld console ever. No, I'm joking, the 3D, but on my favorite handheld console ever. Oh my gosh. And Super Mario Galaxy. It was Super Mario Galaxy. I wasn't as hyped because I was more hyped for Sunshine. But Super Mario Sunshine on the Switch. I needed to get this. I bolted to the other classroom to tell my friends, dude, Nintendo just dropped Mario. Like, look at all this stuff. It's amazing. He was so impressed. I was so impressed. We knew that this was the best. So a couple months later, and they finally released 3D All-Stars. That afternoon, I drove to JB Hi-Fi. There was a lot of traffic, but I wasn't worried about the traffic. I was worried that 3D All-Stars might have sold out. Luckily, it didn't, and I had acquired my copy of 3D All-Stars, and I finally could play Super Mario Sunshine. That was the first out of the pack I played. And when I booted up, it was so much fun. Until I actually booted it up properly and properly had to go with it. It was not fun at all. Before I start talking about my personal experiences of the game, I'm going to dive into a bit about what the game's like, just in case you haven't played it or you kind of forgot. There's some familiar faces that return in really good graphics. I can imagine that people would be really shocked and surprised back then. Anyways, you have Mario, Bowser, Peach, and the Toads. And also with a lot of new characters, such as Bowser Jr. / Shadow Mario, the Pinnatas, Toadsworth, and of course, FLUDD. Oh yeah, and that weird Pinata guy that races you. I don't know what he's really for, but yeah, he races you. So Mario and the gang decide to take a vacation. Honestly, Mario needs a vacation. Everything he's gone through, he honestly deserves it. The moment Mario sets off Isle Delfino, he's immediately apprehended, slapped with a legal case and prosecuted faster than you can say, "Let's go." No lawyer, no phone call, just straight to court. Mario becomes the island's most wanted criminal. He gets charged for ecological terrorism. Yes, Mario is accused of single-handedly defacing an entire island using a futuristic paint cannon. The court provides no concrete evidence, ignores very obvious impostor, literally shaped like a blue Gatorade, and proceeds to sentence him to what only can be described as a government-mandated janitorial slavery. He is forced to perform unpaid labor using a scented backpack that sprays water, basically probation without plumbing accessories. He's not saving the princess this time. He's scrubbing off goop off sidewalks while the locals yell at him. And what's Peach doing during all of this? Just standing there, like she's waiting for her Uber. So yeah, Sunshine starts with Mario being wrongly accused and convicted, and forced into a life of hard labor, all because the system of this island is run by a bunch of Senate pinatas. The characters are all weirdly betrayed in this game. First off, Mario's overalls are halved. Yes, I understand that it's more tropical, but it's just weird seeing this. I've never really seen his arms before. Bowser now talks English?
The water's great, hey, Junior?
You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
This isn't 2023. Jack Black hasn't made his debut yet. Calm down, Nintendo. Toadsworth is that grandpa we all hate. No one likes Toadsworth. I see why Nintendo don't use him that much anymore. And the Piranhas are just straight up dicks, man. They treat Mario so bad. And the Chucksters. They're the same type of people with different names. They're unbelievable. They should be ashamed of themselves. That water jetpack I was talking to you about earlier, yeah, that's really janky and it reminds you of what you've wrongly been accused of. That water jetpack you have, yeah, it has certain nozzles you can use. Let's start with them all. The squirt nozzle. This one's your default. It just sprays water. It's fine and it's basic. But you'll be using it 80% of the time to clean sludge. It's not fun, it's just janitor work. Next up, we have the hose nozzle. This one's probably my favorite, but it's honestly just mid. And when I mean mid, as in meh, not decent. It lets you float for like 3 seconds and then immediately gives up on life. It's helpful when the game's camera is trying to kill you, but half the time you're floating nowhere near where you wanted to go. Controls feel like you're steering out of a drunk joint. The rocket nozzle. The rocket nozzle is the other mid nozzle. It sounds awesome, launch into the sky, cool as hell, but actually using it takes ages to charge, super limited control, and you fly so high you often overshoot your target and die like a water power Icarus. It's just vertical regret. And it also reminds me of those rocket toy things that everyone has a kid in their yard and use like once. Turbo nozzle. This is unhinged. You go from standing still to 400 kilometers in a second flat. On water, it's magnetable. On land, it's a war crime. You smash into walls, fall off cliffs, and feel like Sonic on bar salts. Nintendo really gave Mario a jet engine and said, figure it out. The worst part, the turbo and the rocket nozzles, you have to unlock later in the game. This is what really annoyed me. I wanted to dive in and be able to use all the nozzles, but no, you have to unlock them and play through really annoying levels that really piss you off. Most of the game, you spend up just cleaning goop off stuff. And the times you actually do get to use FLUDD in ways that seem fun, it's all broken and really annoying. Every level, you have to use FLUDD. You have to make very precise movements. If you don't, you either have to restart and work your way all the way back up, or you die. This game is so unbelievably annoying and difficult. If you mess up once, you die. There is no room for mistakes. You come from a chill game like 64, where the only really difficult part is when it comes into Rainbow Ride. But this game is like Rainbow Ride on steroids. It's pain. A lot has been removed from this game. One thing in particular that really annoyed me was the long jump. I love long jumping in every Mario game. Something about it is just so fun, and in ways that you can long jump just feel amazing and so smooth. Yeah, they removed it and now they have this weird dive thing. It's not that cool. While the levels look relaxing, they are not chill at all. One tiny mistake and you're falling into a void. Lives are really precious. Some missions, FLUDD gets taken away. Like, 1, why? 2, when FLUDD does get taken away, why can't Mario remember that? Why is it like, it seems it's happening every single time and he's doing nothing about it, apart from just looking shocked? Like, come on, Mario. You're gonna die without him. And the camera, absolutely garbage. You'll be lining up a jump and suddenly the camera whips around and throws you off. Let's talk about those secret levels, the FLUDD-less ones, the ones with floating blocks, moving platforms, and no mercy. The music is amazing, I'll say that, but the level design is awful. It's like Nintendo said, what if we take away one mechanic that makes the game bearable, and then ask for pixel perfect precision with a soap bar physics? Come on, Nintendo, why? The blue coins. Do I have to even say it? There are 240 of them. No tracker. Some are hidden in clouds. Others you can only get from random events. And guess what? You need them to 100% the game. There is little to no indication on what to do on levels. On top of that, you have to deal with janky controls and a terrible camera while you're trying to figure out, man, where is this shrine? What am I supposed to do to get it? You can spend hours upon hours trying to figure out where to get a shrine. And if you finally do get up to some point where you're close, if you make one wrong movement, you're back to the very start. And you have to work your way all the way back up to get it. It is pain. This game actually made me hate fruit. You have to feed Yoshi a specific fruit, and if it's not the right one, too bad! Go find another. Good luck carrying around a durian up a hill with enemies throwing stuff at you. I haven't played it, but the watermelon. You have to push this giant watermelon down a hill, while everything in the universe tries to destroy it. And at the end, the watermelon gets chopped up and they use it for whatever the hell they're using it for. I went through all of that. I went through psychological warfare for a watermelon just to see it get destroyed. Whenever I play Mario Sunshine, it feels like a chore. It does not feel like a game. It feels like I'm forced to do stuff than actually enjoy myself. The whole game is supposed to be relaxing. Bright sunny beaches, happy music, cute characters, but it's the most stressful Mario game I've ever played. It tricks you, it lures you with sunshine and then makes you suffer. And here's what hurts me the most. I used to love this game. I thought this was the best Super Mario game I would ever play in my entire life. I have played all the mainline games, and I thought out of all this would be my favorite one. But unfortunately, it's like my bottom favorite one. It's down there with the Lost levels. This one's horrible, and that really sucks. It's such a great game. It had great potential, but they ruined it. The controls, the design, the missions, the fruit, everything just pushed me away. It felt less like a Mario game, and more like a chore, like I mentioned before. I know a lot of people love Sunshine, and hey, if you do, that's great, but I just don't see it. It's not sunshine, it's stress. It's cloudy, it's confusing, it's criminal. Quite literally. I'm probably never ever gonna play it again. If you have played Super Mario Sunshine, let me know what you think of it. Make sure to like and subscribe, as it would really help me.